And John McCain isn't the only one going after Barack Obama today. There are more revelations, as we've been discussing, about Senator Obama's former pastor, Jeremiah Wright. Newly uncovered documents show that Reverend Wright has made slurs against Italians as well as Jews. Then there are the Trinity Church bulletins, which republished anti-Israel writings in their pastor pages over the years. So this controversy is hardly dying down. Joining me now, Sally Quinn. She is the founder of On Faith, a special section on religion produced by the WashingtonPost.com and Newsweek, and I think the most widely trafficked website that they've got, Sally, if I'm correct?
Yes, it is. Thanks.
So congratulations on all of that. Has any presidential candidate come under this sort of fire for his faith associations before?
Well, it's interesting to me how people have focused on Jeremiah Wright, and what they're focusing on is this cartoon character. We have seen 30-second sound bites, 3 or 4 30-second sound bites of this man. We have absolutely no idea who he has been for the last 35 years. Suppose you decided you were going to tell somebody about Bill Clinton, and you had the Jennifer Flowers tapes of Bill Clinton, you had the Paula Jones, you had Bill Clinton saying, I did not have sex with that woman. Then you have him admitting that he did. Then you have him lying about it to a grand jury, and that's all you know.
So
and
it's
you're
a
going to say,
caricature.
we're going to make a decision about this man with these 5 30-second sound bites, and that's all we're going to tell you. And that's all anybody knows about Jeremiah Wright.
But when you go through these church bulletins, does that convey a mindset? Clearly coming from one particular political standpoint, but consistently it is very, very critical of Israel, which is understandable coming from that community. It's very pro-Palestinian. But does it communicate something that creates a political problem for Barack Obama with the basic Democratic constituency, which includes, not just the ethnic Americans, some of whom are insulted in these bulletins, but also the Jewish community?
Yeah, I think that I think Obama has actually spoken to the Jewish community in Chicago,
yes.
And I think that they accepted his explanations. I think that he also has repudiated Jeremiah Wright's comments on these issues. Jeremiah Wright is, oddly enough, sort of known among religious theologians and scholars as one of the best in the country. We had this week 2 pieces, one by Peter Gomes, who's been a chaplain at Harvard for 35 years, and another by Martin Marty, who was dean of the religion department at the University of Chicago for some 30 years. Martin Marty describes himself as a close friend of Wright's, close family friend.
In fact, Martin Marty is frequently quoted on these church bulletins, I should point out.
And he and his wife attend Jeremiah Wright's church a lot. 90% of the United Church of Christ congregation is white around the country. Wright had he's now retired, but had the largest congregation of any of them, and he's very respected and admired among these people. So the idea of knowing who this man is, I wish he would be allowed to speak, because I'd love to know who this man really is and what he has accomplished. Apparently he's built a parish that has helped people enormously throughout Chicago, the poor people, hungry people, anybody who's down and out has been greatly enhanced by their lives, have been enhanced by this man who was a leader. But he also spoke we have a history of a sort of black Jewish problem in this country. I mean, Jesse Jackson, who was Bill Clinton's spiritual advisor, made anti-Semitic remarks and talked about Hymies and Hymie towns. And Billy Graham, who has been every president's spiritual advisor, including our current president, who was Bill Clinton's spiritual advisor, talked with Richard Nixon about how we have to, we have to get rid of the Jews, and maybe in your next term when you get elected, we can get rid of their stranglehold. So I think I think those are past statements that should be taken in context. Of course, they're horrible. They're abhorrent, and no one supports those, least of all Barack Obama. And I'm sure the Clintons don't support Billy Graham's remarks or Jesse Jackson's remarks either.
Well, that's all very important context, and we thank you for that, Sally Quinn, because you're right, it would be good to hear from him, but 3 of his appearances were canceled in the last couple of days, and it's clear that somebody has decided, he perhaps himself, that he should not be speaking out. Obama was asked that yesterday and said that it was not the campaign silencing him. Anyway, thank you, Sally Quinn.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.